Rob Schmitt Tonight. Tomorrow night, CNN's moderators, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, both loyal Democrats, will spin reality on a number of issues, but on immigration, they will struggle mightily. Just today, CBS News reporting that 8 ISIS-K affiliated men detained inside our country in 3 different cities a couple weeks ago were likely plotting a terror attack. CBS citing 3 different U.S. immigration officials. The border has been open for 3.5 years, and those who long to kill Americans have clearly taken full advantage. On Friday, former Green Beret Scott Mann warned his sources inside Afghanistan are telling him that bin Laden's son and the founder of the Haqqani network are planning a major attack on the United States, using our southern border to their advantage. ISIS-K operates inside Afghanistan. The 8 likely plotters of America's next potential attack were from neighboring Tajikistan. So we've left the border open for so long that people from places you've never even heard of are flying to Mexico and walking right across our border and moving in next door to you. This morning, Alejandro Mayorkas reminded us just how little he cares about any of this. Again, claiming our border is secure, as he said for 3 years, lying right to our faces with a smile, claiming the millions that he has just let into the country are just magically vetted somehow.
With respect to the people from Central Asia, we have no evidence that they are individuals plotting to harm the United States. That is inaccurate. It's very important to note that the safety and security of the American people are our highest priority. We screen and vet individuals at the time of encounter. If we learn of derogatory information, we take enforcement action.
It's so laughable to sit here and claim that anybody is screened. All 8 ISIS-K terror plotters came across the border. They were processed at the border. There is no vetting. It is criminal to lead Americans to believe that they are safe when they are not. Effectively, as long as they're not screaming death to America when they climb up with wet legs from the Rio Grande, they get rubber stamped and a court date for 5 or 10 years from now. That's basically the vetting that we have. Our country is prime for a terror attack. We're hearing this from all over the place. Homeland Security has identified more than 400 people who were smuggled in by an ISIS-affiliated network. 400 people. ICE has claimed to located more than 150 of them, saying that more than 50 of those 400 have now disappeared. This is a story from NBC News. It only took 19 to pull off 9/11. We have 50 that were smuggled in by ISIS, and we have no idea where they are. Think of how many people we don't even know that we don't even know about. And faced with a story that came from the department that he runs, Mayorkas today using semantics to avoid revealing the results of his treasonous actions. Take a listen to how he answers this question.
DHS confirms that at least 400 migrants with potential ISIS ties recently crossed into the United States.
That is incorrect.
Tell us why.
That reporting is incorrect. We do not have identified 400 people with potential ISIS ties.
You see what he does there? He goes, we do not have 400 people with potential ISIS ties. That's not the claim. The claim is ISIS has smuggled in 400 people. A claim made by your own department. And in truth, you don't know if you have 400 people tied to ISIS because you don't vet anybody. But he plays games with words to try and get around what they're doing to your country. This is the quality of people that you have in charge of your government. With this massive liability hanging over the Biden White House and threatening to usher Trump back into power, the campaign and their complicit media know what needs to be done in this moment, and that is serious deflection. In every poll, Biden is found to be loathed by voters for what he has done to the country that he was chosen to lead and to protect. He is hated on immigration. Americans realize the White House has committed an act of treason against our sovereignty for political gain. Atrocities committed and marginalized by the media to protect the White House. That's been the results of what they have done. As the New York Times did today, after the gang rape and murder of a 12-year-old girl, raped by 2 men under a bridge and then strangled to death, labeled simply as the killing of a Texas girl by the New York Times, the euphemisms never end with these despicable liberals. A mind-bending moment yesterday when the judge presiding over the Jocelyn Nungare rape and killing decided to just fully out her politics on local television.
Me, it hurts even more that they're being used as pawns in this fight over immigration that doesn't even exist because Biden and McConnell agree. It's just that Trump won't let them move it forward.
Too stupid to understand the very simple reality of what's happened to immigration in this country over the last 3 years, but that 30-year-old is somehow a judge in Texas on this huge case as she enjoys spouting her ignorance on television. If you're dumb enough to buy the Biden campaign's talking points on immigration, you belong nowhere near the bench. In the past 4 years, Joe Biden invited a surge to the southern border, terminated contracts to stop wall construction. He sued the Democrat governor of Arizona, who was simply attempting to fill in the cracks in the barriers. That's how badly they want the whole world invading this country. They're suing Democrat governors who are just trying to fill in the gaps. They file a lawsuit. Biden wanted millions of people to pour into this country unvetted. He wanted to stir up complete and total chaos. This was the dream of the radical left. He wanted it, he got it. But now it's a liability. So tomorrow night at this big debate, he's going to try to avoid the consequences of these treasonous acts.